Hello and welcome. Welcome back. Welcome again. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. It's a delight to have you here again. I'm delighted because it's a delight. I'm glad because it's wonderful to see you, and I'm glad to know that you enjoy the class. I'm glad to know that this course is beneficial to you. I'm glad to know that this course is beneficial to you. I'm glad to know that you're benefiting. Siempre hago la contracción. I'm glad to know that you are. I'm glad to know that you're benefiting from this class. I'm glad to know that you're profiting from my time and the other teachers' time. I'm delighted to know that you are feeling positive about your progress. And I'm glad to know that you're recommending this course to other people. El boca a boca. Se dice en inglés, word of mouth. Literalmente, palabra de boca. Word of mouth is a very important advertising tool, herramienta. And I'm glad to know that you're helping me by providing me with this tool. Word of mouth. So I'm glad to know that you're happy, and I'm glad to know that you're telling other people that you're happy. Okay, because those other people may become students too. Uso el verbo auxiliar may porque puede que lleguen a ser, puede que se hagan estudiantes también. They may. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. All right, class 47. But let's go over a few points, easy points from class 46, camera 1. To go home. Right now, I'd rather go home than stay here. I'd rather go home than stay here. Yeah. I'd rather go home than stay here. And I think Maria too. Maria's watching me. All right. I think she's absorbing a lot of English. That's the advantage the technical people here in the studio have, and in the control room. They are going to hear, aunque no quieran, okay, even if they don't want to, they're going to hear 585 hours of English, los pobres, the poor guys, even if they don't want to, aunque no quieran, porque yo no sé si quieren o no quieren. Entonces yo digo even if they don't want to, they are going to swallow, tragar, to swallow 585 hours of English, even if they don't want to. Ahora, si yo supiera que no quieren aprender inglés, si me hubieran dicho que no quieren, no diría even if, diría even though. Aunque no quieren, no, aunque no quieren, porque conste que no quieren, ¿eh? Y aunque no quieren, even though, entonces yo cambio even if a even though they don't want to learn English, they have to listen to 585 hours of English. But you know, I really think all of them would like to speak English well, and so they are killing two birds with one stone. They're receiving a salary, or they're receiving pay, and in exchange, they're doing their professional function, but at the same time, they're learning English directly or indirectly. It's impossible not to improve a little, at least un poco, at least a little, if you're exposed to English for 585 straight hours. ¿Cómo? 585 straight hours. Straight hours? O sea, 585 horas rectas? No, straight is recto, eh? It's true. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. But the expression straight is seguidas también. 585 horas seguidas is 585 straight hours. Va adelante de hours. Or 585 hours in a row, en una fila. Or, si queremos ser más latinos, 585 consecutive hours. Eso sí que es fácil, pero eso es mi mal alumno. Normally we say straight hours or in a row. So, I feel like going home. I would rather not continue teaching you English. I would rather go home. And I think Maria feels the same way. To tell you the truth, even though they pay her, and even though she's improving her English directly or indirectly, en el fondo, deep down, profundo abajo, es en el fondo, deep down, I think she would rather be at home than be here. I think she would rather not spend her time listening to me and to the other teachers and go home. Yeah. Would you rather go home now? Where are you? Are you at home now or at watching the internet in your office? Oh, you're at home. All right. Would you rather learn English or have a beer? Would you rather leave home, go out and have a beer? Or would you rather stay with me for the next 45 minutes of class? What would you rather do? Yeah? What would you rather do? Yeah. You know, if you had to choose, imagine that you had a choice to live the rest of your life in Tokyo, in Japan, and you don't know any Japanese, you have to learn Japanese, or to receive 1 million euros. All right? Would you rather go to Tokyo and receive 1 million euros, I'm changing a bit, or continue as you are now? You can never come back to Spain, but you can go to Japan, receive 1 million euros, okay? Now, which would you rather do? Would you rather have 1 million euros in Tokyo and live there the rest of your life? Or would you rather stay where you are and continue your life as usual? What would you rather do? Yeah. Would you rather have only one eye, to lose an eye, or to lose an arm? Which would you rather you lose? If you had to lose an important component of your body, would you rather lose an eye or would you rather lose an arm? Which would you rather lose? Me, I would rather lose an eye. When I was a teenager, I had 2 friends with a glass eye. Each one had a glass eye. Yeah. Each one had a glass eye. Yeah. Would you rather have a glass eye or an artificial arm? Would you rather have only 9 fingers or only 9 toes on your feet? All right? Would you rather, would you rather lose your thumb or lose your little finger? Difficult questions. Would you rather be a famous runner, a marathon runner, or a famous volleyball player? Which would you rather do? And now, I would like to go home. I'd rather go home than continue, but I have to continue. But now, another teacher, and then I'll come back.
Hello and welcome, and thank you, Richard. My name is Fitz, and I'm here with Beatrice, who is the Queen of Pronunciation. You can be too, or the King of Pronunciation. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
And how are you today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well, very well. Okay, we're going to begin by practicing with I would rather. I would rather, which we contract to I'd rather. Okay. Do you want to play tennis or would you rather play paddle?
I'd rather play tennis.
Okay, so perfectly pronounced. I'd rather play tennis. I would rather. I'd rather play tennis. Okay. Do you want to eat ice cream or would you rather not?
I'd rather eat ice cream.
I'd rather eat ice cream. Okay. I'd rather eat ice cream. Do you want to eat ice cream or would you rather not? I'd rather eat ice cream. Me too. Do you want to go to the cinema or would you rather go to the theater?
I'd rather go to the theater.
To the theater. Theater. Again?
Okay. I'd rather go to the theater.
Very good. Okay. I'd rather go to the theater. To the theater. Do you want me to teach you English or would you rather I taught you Irish?
I'd rather you taught me English.
English. I'd rather you taught me English. I'd rather you taught me English. Now, time for you to practice at home. I'd rather you taught me English. Can you repeat? Very good. I'd rather you taught me English. Okay. Do you want to pay income tax or would you rather not?
I'd rather play income tax.
Income tax?
Yes.
You'd rather pay income tax?
Yes.
Okay. Beatriz would rather pay income tax. I would rather not. She would rather pay income tax. I would rather not. What about you? Okay. Do you want the hot weather to continue, or would you rather it didn't?
I'd rather the hot weather continued.
Okay. Beatriz would rather that the hot weather continue. I, being a foreigner, would rather that it didn't. It's too hot. Do you want me to look at you, or would you rather I look at the floor?
I'd rather you look at me.
Very good. Okay, and now again, time to practice at home. I'd rather you look at me. I'd rather you look at me. Okay. I would want to go home next month if I could afford it.
With wanted as well. You wanted to go.
And you would want in the future. You would want.
You would want to go home
Next month?
next month.
If I could afford it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and one more time. You would want.
You would want to go back home next month if you could afford it.
Very good, very good. You would want to go home next month if you could afford it. Okay, one last question. Okay, I was going home yesterday when it started to rain. What happened?
You were going home yesterday when it started to rain.
To rain. You were going home yesterday when it started to rain. And don't forget to practice with yet. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, we're back. Okay, listen, I'm going to talk to the boss. And I'm going to defend my point of view. He doesn't agree. The boss doesn't agree with me, and I could lose my job if our disagreement continues, because the boss needs support, 100% support in the new policies, and I don't support him. And I have reasons not to support him. Will you stick up for me? Will you back me up? Will you support me, Manolo? Yeah? Okay. Well, I'll tell you more about it on camera number 1. All right. To stick up for somebody, for example, yesterday a detective came to my house, knocked on the door, and said, may I speak to Mr. Vaughn, please? I said, yeah, it's me. Yes, may I help you? Mr. Vaughn, I am from the homicide, Madrid homicide. Homicidios, yeah. Yes. I have a few questions to ask you, if you don't mind. Sure. Go ahead. Were you at home last night? Makeup? Said, he was here. Why? Because earlier, first thing in the morning, primera cosa en la mañana, ¿eso qué significa? A primero de la mañana. I called Julio and I said, Julio, listen, a detective from homicide visited me last night. He came to my house and he asked me questions. Apparently, al parecer, apparently there was a homicide, a murder, last night at 8:30, 8:30. And the detective seems to think that I could be a suspect. Julio, I didn't kill anybody, I promise. But I left the studio at 10 minutes past 8. I told the detective that I was here at the studio at 10 minutes past 8. So, can you stick up for me? Can you cover for me? Can you tell the story that I was still recording it? And Julio said, Richard, don't worry. I'm sure you didn't kill anybody because it's not your style. I know that you would like to kill some of your students, yeah, and sometimes it's clear that you would like to kill Maria, but I really don't think you would go to that extreme in reality. And I said, well, thank you, Julio. Thank you for sticking up for me, okay? Thank you for covering for me. Thank you for lying, okay? And so the detective came this morning. He came here this morning and he was talking to Maria, he talked to Julio, he talked to the makeup girls, etc., and they all stuck up for me. They all said, last night, 8:30, he was here. Yeah, he was here. Yeah, he was recording. We were recording until 8:45. Okay, 8:45. And then the detective came back and asked me, and he said, Mr. Vaughn, yes, officer. What time did you finish recording last night? I finished at about 9:15. Julio didn't tell me that he was going to tell the detective that I finished at 8:45.
Almost. Perseverance.
Perseverance. Yeah.
If you persevere, you will get to say the word.
Okay.
Y es que no lo digo bien en español, entonces no puedo decir nada, ¿no? Perseverance.
Okay. Perseverance.
Perseverance. Great, great. All right, well, Diana, we've got a few different things to look at today. Okay, now, how do you say meterse con alguien?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we say to pick on.
Okay.
To pick on someone. Now, did you pick on people when you were younger?
Yes, I used to pick on
Pick on.
people when I was younger.
Yeah, so you were a bully.
Yes.
Yeah, you were. Oh, look, she's honest.
I wasn't.
I applaud her honesty. I'll tell you that. You know. So, all right. So you picked on people. Did
Yeah.
people pick on you?
Yes. Yes.
People-
People,
ah,
used
so-
to pick on me.
They used to pick on you as well. Ask me if people picked on me.
Did people pick on you?
People picked on me. Yeah, when I was in grammar school, I was picked on. But no, in high school, not so much. So when I was younger,
Yeah.
do you know why?
No.
Because I would never stick up for myself. Right? When I was younger, I wouldn't stick up for myself. Do you know what this means?
No.
Okay, to stick up for someone is dar la cara.
Okay.
Na, en este caso por mí mismo, decir, no, conmigo no te vas a meter. And I would never stick up for myself, ever, when I was younger. And then finally, when I went into high school, I learned how to stick up for myself, okay? Now, sometimes you have to stick up for other people, right? For example, do you have any brothers? I know you have brothers and sisters.
I have a brother,
A brother, is he younger or older?
older.
So does he I hope he sticks up for you. Mira que cara que no.
No, never.
What's your brother's name?
Hector.
Hector. Why don't you stick up for your sister? I can't believe it. We're going to have a talk with you, Hector. Now, does Hector speak English?
Yes, he does.
Okay, that's good. We'll give him 5 points for that, but you've got to stick up for your younger sister. Now,
But that's because I stick up for me.
for myself.
myself.
For myself, porque es reflexivo. So he doesn't have to stick up for you.
Yes.
He doesn't have to stick. Oh, that's good. That's good. But he never. He would never stick up for you.
Never.
What a bad brother, Hector. Bad brother.
In fact, he used to pick on me.
He used to. Well, that's normal. That's normal. You know, I used to pick on my sister, but in the end, I would always stick up for her. I would always stick up. Well, you have to, okay? Because I have a younger sister. Okay. Ask me when she was born.
When was she born?
She was born in 1980. Ask me how old I was when she was born.
How old were you when she was born?
Okay. What do you want to know? I'm sorry, my memory.
I want to know how old you were when she was born.
I was 3 years old when she was born. So my mother told me, Alberto, you have to stick up for your sister, to stick up for someone. Now, another thing, we're talking about picking on and sticking up for, right? Well, another thing we have too is to gang up on. Gang is banda, right? So to gang up on. Now tell me if I don't know how you say this in Spanish, but for example, there's one boy at the playground, and another boy comes, and another boy, and a few boys, and they start picking on him together. This is to gang up, ponerse como una banda contra alguien. So if many people are attacking you at once, you say, wait, you're all ganging up on me, right? This is to gang up on. Is there a word for this in Spanish?
I don't think so.
Okay, in English, es como mucha gente contra uno. So,
okay.
so don't gang up on me. Too. Si lo piensas, banda, como mucha gente, no solo uno. Okay, so these are words, it's always good to look for words that are related, que están relacionados. Okay, if someone picks on you, then you have to stick up for yourself. Okay, now we can also say stand up to someone too. Pero es más como decir to stick up. Now, have you heard this one before?
No,
Did you?
never.
This is a new one for
Yeah.
you. So now, did you notice how many times have we said this in this class today?
3 or 4 times.
At least. At least. Right? So how do you say dar la cara por alguien?
To stick up for someone.
Yeah, to stick up for someone, sure. Now, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have people sticking up for you, right? Not only in the physical
last-minute meetings. Paula, ¿cómo van las cosas? Paula, how are things going? How are things going? I say that every day. Hey, Manolo, how are things going? Hola, Charlie, how are things going? How are things going? How are things going? ¿Cómo van las cosas? ¿Qué tal las cosas? How are things going? 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 No nos podemos quejar. We can't complain. No me puedo quejar. I can't complain. Things are going fine. Thank you, Richard, for your concern and worrying about me. Things are going fine. I can't complain. We can't complain. Things are going fine. Oye, ¿queda algo por hacer? ¿Queda algo por hacer? No. 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 Sorry. Is there anything left to do? Is there anything? Queda algo. Sin personal. No he dicho me queda algo. Si dijera me queda algo por hacer, it says, do I have anything left? Cuando algo queda es left. Como las sobras de comida, leftovers for tomorrow. Esta noche voy a comer sobras de ayer. I'm going to eat leftovers. Is there anything left to do? How many sentences are there left? There are 4 sentences left, but I'll do them tomorrow. But I'll be back in a few minutes to close the program.
Hi, Richard. Hi, Richard. Thank you, Richard. I wanted to say hello, but while Richard's not there, I know you just had him, but I never get to see him. So hi, Richard. Thank you, Richard, for sending your students on to me. Now we're going to do a translation list, so I hope you're ready. So translation list, you know what you have to do? You have to repeat them out loud, and you have to repeat them again and again and again until you say the sentence perfectly with good pronunciation and without any mistakes. Okay, so let's see how you do right now with me and with David. Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, so let's see how you do. arrived here 10 days ago, they should have gotten here 10 days ago, they should have got here 10 days ago. Él siempre convoca reuniones en el último momento.
He always calls the last.
Cinda.
He always calls last-minute meetings.
Perfect, muy bien. He always calls last-minute meetings. Last minute usamos como adjetivo aquí. So we're using last minute as an adjective. ¿Cómo van las cosas?
How are the things going?
Oh, Cinda.
How are things going?
Yes, okay, repeat, good.
How are things going?
Great, they're going great.
Okay,
They're going
I'm glad
well.
to hear that.
Okay, good. How are things going with you?
They are going great.
Okay, wonderful. How are things going with you? Well, they're going very well. They're going great. Okay, no nos podemos quejar.
We can't complain.
Perfect. We can't complain. We can't complain. How are things going with you? We can't complain. Things are going well. ¿Queda algo por hacer?
Is there anything left to do?
Perfect. Very good, very good. So is there anything left to do? Is there anything left to do? Preferiría. Uy, this is a very hard word to say in Spanish. Preferiría. It's very hard.
Yes, it is. A lot of R's.
Yes, a lot of R's. Preferiría. Okay, preferiría estar en la playa. ¿Tú no?
I'd rather be on the beach.
Be at the beach.
I'd rather be at the beach.
Repeat again.
I'd rather be at the beach. Wouldn't you?
Perfect. Muy bien. So I'd rather be at the beach. I'd rather. Repeat, rather.
Rather.
Yes, con TH. I'd rather be at the beach. Okay, at the beach, en la playa. I'd rather be at the beach. Wouldn't you? ¿Tú no? So literally, wouldn't you es preferiría. ¿Tú no preferirías así? Okay. Hay muchos cabos sueltos que atar.
There are a lot of loose endings.
Ends.
There are a lot of loose ends to tie.
Perfect. There are a lot of loose ends to tie. Loose ends, cabos sueltos. There are a lot of loose ends to tie. Ella ni siquiera me saludó.
She didn't even say hello to me.
Good. She didn't even say hello to me. She didn't even say goodbye to me. Solo te han contado la mitad de la historia.
And they have only told you half of the story.
Okay, very good. They've only told you half the story. Okay, great job, David.
Okay, thank you.
Great job at home. So keep practicing these sentences until they're perfect. Bye-bye. Back to Richard.
All right, one more class. To make up your mind, in the list a few minutes ago, I was saying, decídete ya, make up your mind. And you, have you made up your mind what you want in life? Have you made up your mind concerning what is valuable and what is less valuable for you in life? Have you made up your mind of what, if you really want to conquistar the English language, make up your mind. In my opinion, it's black or white. Either you forget English, and I respect that decision. I respect perfectly. I'm not interested in English. I don't want to learn English. I don't like English. Or the opposite, a por todas. I'm going to conquer this language. What I don't respect are the people in the middle, picoteando toda la vida, incursiones esporádicas en que terminan en la nada. Don't be in the middle. See you tomorrow.